I don't know if you guys know Kerry Chandler. He's a legend of house music. Legend, best producer ever. And I saw a talk of him in Amsterdam once, and it was like 500 people. He's come to talk about his album, and like kind of like this. And he arrives, and he's like, testing, testing. And then he's like, "Where's the sound engineer?" And he was like, "Over there." And he's like, "Okay, 15 minutes mixing the mic." We're like, he's like, "Put a boost on 3 kilohertz and put a high pass filter and a little more." And we're like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Okay, can you hear me now?" Much better. So 15 minutes. Funny. Everybody speaks English, right? We're good? If I speak too fast, too slow, and if you want to ask your questions in Spanish, I think I can understand. So, welcome. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Raphael Pujol, Rafa. I am the Vice President of Global Curation at Beatport. I've been at the company for 6 years. I was based in Berlin. I'm French. I now live in Spain. And I'm traveling around South America during winter usually, so convenient to escape winter. And I'm really happy to be here in Panama, this incredible festival. I'm amazed, really amazed. It's really really awesome. And yeah, as a head of curation, I manage the team of 20 curators. We have 32 genres on Beatport. We also have Beat Source, which is also for our other genres like salsa, hip hop, reggaeton, etc. And we have a big responsibility to listen to all the music that's coming in, and deciding what we're going to feature on the website beatport.com. Create playlists, listen to really a lot of music. I curate the house page and I curate the home page, but I also curated the minimal page, the tech house page. I did indie dance, I did deep house, I did new disco. So I've been curating music for quite a long time. I'm also a DJ producer as the Checkup. Actually, I played yesterday. It was amazing on the Cacao stage at the festival. It was incredible. I have my own record label, Heat Tracks, so I'm also A&R. I listen to a lot of music all the time, and yeah, I don't decide whether it's good or bad. It's just I listen to what I think is going to be appealing to our customer base, and what I think DJs are going to be using, buying the tracks to play them in nightclubs. I overview all the genres on Beatport. And so that's 32 genres from, as you know, Beatport, house, techno, bass, EDM, trance, melodic, Afro, deep, everything. And we're also expanding to want to have more genres to recognize and have a platform for all the different types of music. I know that in this region and also in Mexico, and this Latin club is getting, well, it has been very popular, but it's getting more and more momentum. So just as an example of my job is also to identify and pick up on these types of trends and movements so that we can represent them on Beatport. We did this with like Amapiano, for example, South Africa. We're going to do this with the Baile Funk in Brazil. And I want to be closer to like Central America and also just South America with Latin influenced electronic music, so it's really fun and it's really great, and yeah, I'm excited to be here and be able to give some feedback. I'd be curious to know the type of feedback that you're looking for. I can just put my curator hat on and say, would I feature this or not? Yes, no, simple. I usually spend about 2 seconds per track. If I like it, I listen a little more, sometimes less. It's just really like, from experience, we have 25,000 tracks coming in each week, so it's hard to listen to everything full length. But from experience, I just know. And you guys are DJs, right? So you know that when you're digging through whatever platform, you're, oh, this is nice, okay, let's listen. Oh, cool, okay, I buy it. Or add it to cart and then check later. Same as me, oh, this is cool. Let's see if I add it in the playlist or feature it later. I'll listen to it again. I can also give feedback on, I try to stay away from creative feedback because that's not my role. The artistic voice belongs to the artist, and I don't want to come and say, oh, maybe you should add a piano here, or maybe you should do this. Not so much. Maybe more about arrangement, about mix, about structure, about dance floor apparatus. I mean, we're making music for the dance floor, right? So if the track is not really suitable for a dance floor, I'm probably not going to feature it or sign it on my label. So I think there's a microphone going around as well, and maybe we can do like really quick intro for the people who have submitted a song. Just give me a few ideas of what you're doing, where you're at, and what kind of feedback you would like, and then I'll try my best to be constructive. And if you want me to be brutally honest, I can also do that, but I try to be more on the positive vision and positive feedback, and just advice for potentially taking your tracks to another level, or advice about whatever that it is that you're looking for. I'm not the voice of reason or anything. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion as a curator, and you should always listen to your instinct and to your creative voice. It's very important. So with that said, are there any questions first of all? No? Okay, so I have 3 USBs, and I'm just going to start here. We have, yeah, okay. We're going to start with D-Tech Make Stop Edit Remix MP3. So who is that? That's you. Do you have a microphone for him maybe? Maybe a quick intro. Yeah, just information about your music, maybe some labels or...
No, es un editado, lo saqué de un vinilo, lo sampleé.
¿Puedes hablar un poquito más?
Es un editado que hice, lo saqué de un vinilo, lo sampleé, lo tiré con 2 osciladores y empecé a meterle pues el key, el hi-hat. Y una vez, hace como 4 días llegué tomado y lo configuré y dije, no, lo quiero.
Okay.
Y ya no tiene máster, está -6 todos los 6 canales.
Okay, sí.
Y sí tiene automatización en el cual añado todos los elementos y tengo un inicio, un nudo, un desenlace y un final.
Okay. ¿Y qué quieres saber?
Quiero saber si está bien, quiero saber cómo lo puedo automatizar, cómo lo puedo lanzar en sellos, qué sello lo puedo tirar y que no haya pérdida. Ejemplo, que si tiro esa misma canción, puedo sacar de esa misma canción un EP. ¿Listo? Algo más o menos como parecido. Que no haya una pérdida de una canción. ¿Listo? Porque para mí es como importante o algo así, de cierta manera. Cada track que yo tiro es como algo que estoy tirando con amor. Pero eso también obviamente a través del tiempo no se va olvidando de eso.
Okay. I'll give you my opinion, and we have time to listen to the whole song, so let's go for it.
Me over to the other side, where the river don't stop.
sorry, I didn't listen to the whole song, but I think I have a good feeling of it already from the beginning. We're starting at a very high level. Sounds great. Really nice song. I think the structure is also very good. Not mastered. The balance is pretty good. My only question, well, not only question, but one question would be, where is this vocal coming from? Is it a sample? Is it a... Oh, it's Moises. Yeah. Nice. So you used one of the vocals. Did you type in the lyrics or?
Lo que hago es coger el vocal, digamos que menos que todo mundo quiere. ¿Listo?
Okay.
Entonces cojo el vocal, lo modifico, lo limpio todo el canal como debe ser, corto pedazos que me gusta.
Are you speaking in the microphone and it comes out with the voice of the model?
Sí, ya, yo canto
and
también.
you wrote the lyrics?
Sí, exactamente.
Nice. Well, that's good.
Como amor, es como amor a eso.
It has to be with
es como
love,
amor,
always.
que yo llego a la casa y le doy amor a eso y me encierro. Thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah, but why is it an edit remix?
Lo hago porque hay otro que es como minimal. Entonces como
So it's a different mix.
Yeah,
So you have different versions.
Ajá, entonces yo lo cambio las versiones como digamos un EP de 4 canciones. El primero es el intro, to make it just to make it. Entonces ese es uno que va suavecito, puede ser el vocal, segundo puede ser un tipo de tribal.
Okay, so it's the same vocal with 4 versions.
Exactamente.
Nice.
¿Por qué? Porque
And
pues,
it's unreleased.
también lo puedo hacer release, pero lo estoy trabajando así como porque todavía no me siento seguro.
You should be seguro.
¿Sí? ¿Será?
It sounds great.
¿En serio?
Yeah, it sounds good. Definitely. Especially if you have 4 different mixes, I think it's that's old fashioned, like in the 90s, that's what they would do. They would have one single, one vocal with 4 different mixes, dub mix, club mix, vocal mix.
Okay.
I think you have all the elements.
No,
There's a really nice
yo no me
groove.
siento seguro. Yo la verdad este momento.
No, sí. Sí.
Okay.
Muy bueno, sí.
Un poco más de confianza.
Quiero oír los otros, también, pero pienso que la canción está lista para mastering y para
Le
hacer
faltan cosas, un poco de clap.
No creo. ¿Puedes trabajar un poquito con el build-up?
Sí.
Porque es muy... boom. Tal vez puedes... ¿cómo se dice?
Está muy cortado.
Take out.
No, está muy cortado. De pronto, cuando lo meto en el segundo canal de la pantalla de Ableton, lo automatizo. De pronto, los brillos, cuando como hace el corto, como lo corta de una. En vez de hacer la alineación, lo que hago es como que.
Yeah.
Entonces hace como que.
But that's still like kind of like a creative decision. As far as the structure, as far as the groove, the vocal. If I would listen to this, if somebody sent this to me, I would send it to my curator and say, please feature this. It sounds good.
Thank you.
It has a bit of a Latin flavor. The vocal is cool. I like the vocal. Me as a DJ, it's a little clean. I wouldn't say mainstream commercial, but it kind of like takes the track into a different genre. If, for example, you had no vocal, just instrumental, it would be more like deep tech house, like really just like underground. The vocal comes in, it brings a lot of like feeling, but it makes it a little more, let's say, accessible to a wider audience. You understand? Which is not a bad thing. That's why it's good if you have different vocal mixes. Maybe you can have a dub one where just the vocal is like coming in here, coming in there, but just focus on the groove. The groove is really nice. It has that like Latin tech groove. Really nice. I would release it and send it to me, and then we can feature it. Definitely we would feature it. And then I'm also, like I said, very curious to hear the other versions, especially the tribal one you said, so. Yeah, do you have any questions or?
No, estudiar más.
No.
Estudiar más, porque
Continue, keep going.
Sí, lo que yo, o sea, de cierta manera, lo que me tratas de decir de cierta manera es que estoy bien o estoy de cierta manera configurando el sonido que yo quiero dar.
Sí.
¿Ya? Más no me siento
Esto
todavía
mismo
seguro.
para todos los artistas.
Pero todavía no me siento seguro. algo tiene que pasar para que yo ya después como que, listo.
It's just you versus you. You understand?
Sí.
It's you versus you. Get that out and just express and make music and don't think too much and don't listen to people. Just do. Look, it's great. It's an amazing sound, amazing song. Just the mind gets in the way of like, is it good enough? Am I good enough? Is this good enough? Yeah. Observe, look at it, but just wave at it and get back in the studio and keep making music and believe in yourself. No, it's really nice. Congrats. All right. Next one, Lawrence Diaz. Who's that? Hey, how are you? You have a microphone, maybe. Where are you from?
Hi, I'm from here.
From Panama.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, this is a track that I made less than 2 weeks. This is new one. I just want to make something simple. It's like a house, dash house. It's like a speaking vocal track. I like those type of house music. And yes, I think it's real simple and fun. I want to know if it works, like in the club, if you like it, if you think it's enough. But it's not a finished track, but it's like I shop it 150. It have a master. So I just want to know if it works, if I don't know if that is the type of music that you play, but I just want a general opinion. That's all.
Okay. My first thought when I saw this, without listening, is it's 1 minute 50 seconds.
Yes, because in the flyer it's like a demo with that do not pass 2 minutes. So
Really?
I shop it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So
Well,
I
all right. I'll pretend that this is the vibe. Then I'll listen to the
Yeah,
vibe.
si sabía que no se podía traer completo, lo traía completo.
sí.
Pero
No
lo
pasa
corté,
nada.
pues. Vale.
Let's check it. Nice. It's a really nice groove. Thank you. The bass, I think what's strong about the track is the sound of the bass.
Yeah. It's really like the main thing.
Yeah.
I want to have it in all the song.
Kick and bass is quite strong. I mean, I'm imagining that it could be a fully produced song in terms of the length and the arrangement. It's kind of a hybrid song because it has elements of house and deep house, and the bass line sound
weird.
is quite and it has elements of tech house, it has elements of Latin tech, which is great.
Yeah.
I think for an audience here this would resonate well. As a curator, when I hear the kind of EDM sounds in there, like the sirens and things like that,
Yeah.
it makes me think.
It's more EDM. Like.
I wouldn't say it's more EDM, but I'm thinking, if this is categorized as tech house, are the tech house DJs going to buy this song because of the EDM sounds? I feel like if you would remove the EDM sound and maybe replace it with something different that's a bit more fitting to tech house,
Yeah.
maybe it could be good. Having said that, there's plenty of EDM tech house style of music which works really well as well. It really depends on what you want to do with it. And I think maybe the curator would feature it. I think it's definitely featurable music. The quality is there. It's just a matter of like which audience you want to appeal to. Do you want to appeal to an underground tech house? Because the vocal, that's not, for me, that's great. It's this very popular trend right now. Like also with the reggaeton vocals and the samples and just tech house grooves and.
Yeah, that's like, as a producer, it's my little issue because I like mezclo muchas cosas. So I have like a different type of genres in one song, and that's good, but at the same time, it can play me to the wrong side. So I have to decide really con cuidado qué hacer con una canción.
Sí. Exactly. It's like, who do you want to appeal to? Who's your crowd?
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what comes to mind, because like I said, there's a good group, but it's really like the sound like let me see where it was. Siren.
Siren.
It's like this one. I hear like Steve Aoki kind of thing, you know? This is like, which, you know, some people love it, some people don't. I really like the track. It would fit more being hypnotic and underground without maybe this siren, or replace the siren with a different one that's maybe a little more.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as featuring it, whether I think it is good enough for my playlist, like as a curator, I try to really push the underground as much as I can.
Of course.
Yeah, no, this is really important for us. We always keep a balance between everything and everyone. Exactly. And yeah, it has a lot of different influences.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious to hear it completely finished.
Thank you.
And when it's ready and going to be releasing, I'll send it to my curator. I'm sure
Thank
she
you.
will like it as well.
Thank you.
No,
I will
it's
send
a
it.
nice track. It's a nice groove, the bass line and the kick. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is in your mix, I mean, you said you did it 2 weeks ago, but it's a little muddy in the low end.
Yeah.
It's a little, you need to have a little more
Yeah,
punch.
I like
you need to have a little more clarity in the
I
low
try
end.
to do the best in like 2 days, so it's not finished. But I not
Just the mix has to be a little bit more clear, because it's just like, there's a lot of things happening in the low end.
Yeah.
And I think you can improve that there as well.
I
And that
will
will
try
also
it.
make a difference maybe in terms
With all
of
together.
Exactly, when all the elements are there together, because
Yeah.
maybe then everything has its own place. And
Yeah.
yeah, but honestly sounds really cool. And yeah, well done.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions or
That's all.
okay, cool. So I've done the 2 tracks on this USB, so let's move on to the next USB. I think it's the same thing here. Is it did you make a playlist, or is it somewhere? Uh-huh. This is your name, 40Y?
Yeah, no, 40.
40.
Yeah,
40.
40.
40.
Yeah, it's a game of...
Estoy chocado. Chocado, that's the name of the song. Cool. Are you also from Panama?
Yeah, I'm from Panama.
Everyone's from Panama, obviously. Just checking. Also quite short, but I think that, like he said, you just did it for the...
Yeah,
Okay. And you have a longer arrangement as well, and nice. It's unsigned, unreleased song.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Okay, nice. So let's listen. Do you have any questions already, or any
No, I just want to hear
any
you,
tips?
you know,
General opinion.
Brazilian
Oh, oh, nice.
It's a tech house song, so
Sample as in like from you take it from another record, or is it a sample from a pack, or?
it's actually from a friend of mine who's Brazilian, and he sings. So
Okay, so it's like a baile funk vocal
yeah,
style?
exactly, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Let's check it out. Everybody's head is shaking. I'm noticing. Those Brazilian flavors, you know?
Yeah, that's the radio
Nice.
edit version, like
Sorry?
that's the radio edit version, like the short
Right.
one, yeah.
I had two thoughts just in terms of the song itself in the production. Okay, maybe these speakers are, you know, a big room and everything, but I think maybe in your kick you can have a little more power and
More
like
punch.
more oomph,
Okay.
more bass, because your bass line is like mid-range, higher frequency, and your kick could be lower to like complete the spectrum. And I think
Okay,
it's going to have
got
more
it.
impact in the club.
Yeah.
I could be wrong because there's no sub here, but I just felt like there was missing a little bit of low end. Also in the breakdowns, but since it's a shortened version, maybe it's a
I
little
made it
like,
yesterday just for
yeah. Maybe you can work a little bit on the structure of the breakdown, the way the elements go out a bit more smooth. But it's a 2-minute version. But vocal is great, beat is great. It's like the new Latin tech now is called the funk tech, or I don't know what you want to say, tech house with
Tachanga,
baile
they call
funk
it
now.
Tachanga, yeah.
How do they call this?
Tachanga.
Tachanga.
In Argentina, they call it Tachanga.
Tachanga.
Like tech house with merengue, Tachanga.
Tachanga.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's so many genres and subgenres. I can't keep up. I cannot keep up. Latin tech house, yeah. But this is I mean, Brazil is Latin, but it's like it's like more like a funk vocal, kind of.
Yeah, Brazilian
Yeah,
funk,
Brazilian funk.
type vocal, yeah.
I think it's great. I think this would be super popular. Like this is really trendy right now, all around. So I think you're definitely onto something. It's still early stages, meaning that people are still kind of on the reggaeton vocal and the Spanish vocals, and now it's the Brazilian is starting to come in
It's
slowly.
like starting to wake
So
up.
you're ahead of your time, because I haven't heard that many. There's actually a really good producer from Rio. His name is B-Wave.
Oh, he's
He's
from Helband, I think, from the
Yes.
Clun, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
released on there, exactly. He had a #1 on Minimal, I think, or something. Send that to him. Maybe he play it. But I think, yeah, with the proper structure, proper mix, I think it's definitely ready for release. And I think you could probably send it to some nice labels. I don't know if you have any labels in mind already.
Honestly, that's like my main problem. I don't really know like who to send it, but
Yeah.
because I have I don't know if you have heard about it, drug stock.
What is it?
Drug stock.
Track stat.
Yeah, it's like a page, like you pay a subscription and you have a lot of labels to send the music to. But I don't really know, like, I don't want to release it on a weird ass label, like with AI covers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a DJ, right?
Yeah,
So you have a lot of music on your stick, right?
yeah,
And you know where this where this music comes from, which artist and which label they released on, right?
exactly, yeah.
And you're playing this style of music. So start harassing all these labels.
I have to.
Keep
I
going.
have to, yeah.
If there's somebody playing around here, go there. If networking is extremely important, but there's also tools like
Yeah, facts.
I think Jamie Jones has his own demo tool, and he listens to everything. But also Label Radar, which is actually something that we own. It's one of our companies, which I'll talk in my presentation later.
Oh,
Label Radar is a place for you to find labels. I think even Tool Room is on there. Big labels, and you send your track via Label Radar to the labels that are affiliated, and they will listen. And you will know when they listen, and they will get live feedback. So there's a lot of tools for sending demos, but I mean, the labels that you like ultimately is what is inspiring you to make this music, and ultimately that's where you want to release your music as well. I mean, you could start your own label, which is also something that is not completely crazy, because then you're in control and you build your brand, and it might take some time, but it's also a very good avenue, and just self-release your own music on your label. You don't have to depend on anybody.
Fully independent, yeah, like.
Sorry?
Fully independent, you're saying.
Yeah.
That's an option, yeah.
This is good.
Yeah,
like,
thanks, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I 100% sure that we would feature this on Beatport, and that it potentially could do quite well. I'm telling you, this Brazilian funk on tech house is the new trend right now.
Yeah, that's on the rise. It's on the rise. Yeah.
Yeah. So keep producing that, keep doing it, and if you come to the talk later, I have some tips and tricks on getting more visible. And
I like that.
yeah,
I will be there. So.
Yeah, and then I can show you explain the ways to get more noticed and visible. Yeah, really cool track.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Your Shmina?
Yeah, that's
Shmina.
my musical project.
So this is a remix?
This is a remix that's coming out like in mid-year. It's a remix of a track that I released yesterday from a friend. We worked with a Brazilian singer also. And yeah, it's a like melodic techno house kind of vibe. It has a rough mix and a limiter on the master, so yeah, just for you to know. And yeah, I would like to hear your thoughts. It has this like the complete structure, so we can hear it fully if you want.
Nice. I'm curious how Brazilian mixes with melodic.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's been mixing a lot with Afro. It's been mixing a lot with tech house.
Yeah, it's not that.
Brazil is really like getting more and more and more noticed and used, and it's great. It's nice to see. There's so much soul and energy from there. So it's a 7-minute song.
Yeah.
I might fast forward at some point, but let's have a look.
Yeah, sure.
You can see how the low end is, you feel the punch, then when you compare for your track, it's much more feeling of just oomph. That's what I meant. Ooh, nice. Very soulful. Has a lot of emotions. I'll go back to the beginning of the track. Just my what I'm thinking right now was like I was waiting for this big drop, and then it just went all away in the arrangement. It's an artistic choice, but I was really expecting for. I was expecting for the drop here. After this. It's growing, it's building, it's building, it's building, it's building, building. I'm waiting for the big stuff, and then I think it's great, this drop, but it comes at the end of the song. That should be like in the arrangement, it should come later. I'm totally about a drop that is maybe counterintuitive like this, where you're like expecting and then it just all goes away and you just have this strong skeleton groove, which I like this, but in my opinion, it should come sooner. Okay. And then you flip it around with a bigger drop. Like, it's just because there's 1 minute left in the track and DJs are already thinking about their next track and they're already like mixing it out, and I think this is just purely on an arrangement level. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything. The song is amazing, the vocal's great, the elements are nice, it's completely on trend right now. There's so much of this type of music. It's being played a lot. It's very, very popular. I think that you have a really nice song. I might revisit this, the arrangement just for the drop, because it's really like growing and growing and growing and growing. And both should come at some point, but it's the end of the song, you know, like, you're a DJ, you know this, people are, the DJ play it, and then they have the first drop, and then they're already thinking about moving to the next song.
Maybe it's switching up the drops.
That's what I probably would do. That doesn't mean that we wouldn't feature it, or that like, oh no, this is bad, but it's just like, was just my gut feeling, and I just want to express it, but you do whatever you want, it's your song, you know, and if you feel like this works, maybe you've tested it out, and you've already had the reactions, which were great, so it's...
We're testing it out today in Medellin for Mahmoud Oran. He's playing on Salon Amador. So
oh, cool. I love Salon Amador.
We're going to test it. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I've played there a few times. It's like amazing club.
Yeah.
This is a high level. This is like, you know, this is the kind of stuff like that you could probably hear kind of music play.
Yeah, exactly. I've been supported by Canon already.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Man,
2 tracks.
Amazing. Yeah, it's not my area of expertise, but I am completely aware and knowledgeable of the style, and it's what's really hot right now.
Thank you.
There's a sensual energy around the track. It's intense, it's tribal, it's deep, it's strong. My only comments would probably be just the arrangement. But definitely we would feature this as well. So, but this is coming out.
Yeah, this is maybe for mid-summer. Yeah, for
summer
like
here or summer there?
No, around Grove. Like
well, this is summer right
July,
now. Right?
Yeah, we're having summer right now, but like July.
July.
Maybe July. Yeah, we're working like this is a rough mix, so I'm gonna send it to master and mix and master with engineer.
I was also going to mention about even though like there's a nice bass, and I was mentioning the bass. You can definitely improve kick bass balance.
For sure.
I think there's some work to be done there, but overall, I mean,
this was done like 2 weeks ago, 3 today. So rough mix, just a limiter. That's it.
Yeah.
The demo
version. You can probably that's
version
the
1.
limiter, yeah. Well, guys, really some good stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know like what to expect sometime when I do these demo drops, where they're like. Everything's great. I mean, you know, I don't have really much thing bad to say or too much information. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're all in a really good way. The mind, believe in yourself and don't let anybody like tell you otherwise. It's really important. Just keep going. You're artist. You're expressing yourself. It's your voice coming out. So trust your voice. And you know, everyone here has doubts and fear and am I good enough and everything. But you are, and you will keep getting better and better. And your track was really good. All of your tracks were really nice. So I mean, yeah, I'm really happy and grateful to be able to give my opinion. Should it matter or not, you know? But on a curation perspective, I think all of these tracks we would feature them. So if you ever have releases coming out, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll always send it over to the right people. I'm going to give a lot of different information later in my talk. So I don't know if you will be joining, but I will be really speaking about how to grow on Beatport as an artist. And I think all of you guys have what it takes to be featured and to have a space there to showcase your music and grow. So keep it up. Thank you. Any questions? I don't know how much time we have left, but if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, I had one. So basically, what are your thoughts on this attention span going shorter and shorter with these type of tracks? Like, are you guys like taking that into consideration? before it was like longer tracks, 10 minutes. Now people are getting shorter and shorter. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, 10 minutes is a long track.
Basically.
That's a really long track. I mean, you had the Pachanga Boys. They made this like 17-minute song. 10 minutes for me is way too long. I mean, it's long.
Yeah.
I don't think DJs play 10-minute track. Depending if you have a 6-hour set, then yeah, you can do it. But I think 5-6 minutes is good. My opinion on shorter songs is I think it fits for different formats. I think also different styles of clubs, different style of events. It really matters who you're tailoring your arrangement and length of your song to. I still think we're making music for the dance floor. A dance floor needs to be repetitive. Should be the dance music has to be hypnotic and repetitive, and you need to be able to let people feel it and kind of lose themselves in the moment, right? If there's too much fast boom bam bing boom next song, boom bam bing boom next song, like I don't know, like as a DJ, I don't even enjoy doing it myself, playing this. I need the groove to settle in, and like be there and people to feel it. And that's why like I feel like arrangement, a song of less than 4 minutes is pretty short, but also you can loop the beginning, you can loop the end and add another 2 minutes to your song, depending on how the style of mixing. Some people will make live mixes. You have 4 CDJs, you have your 1 minute track plus the beat you have from here, the hats from there. It depends how you play, but in terms of like Beatport, I think that a song that's less than 3 minutes, we'll feature it if it sounds amazing and we'll think that people are going to buy it, but I think we have to preserve the culture of how, I mean, I don't want to be old-fashioned and I have to be open-minded for the future, for the young generation, for the new formats, but it's still club and club music. I mean, obviously festivals too, and festival DJs have 1 hour, right? And they come in and they do all their bangers. And it's just like going boom, boom, boom. I have to show the best. But so it really also depends the format, and it depends if you're doing something for TikTok, for Spotify. I mean, it's what I would do like for Beatport is I would do like my 6-minute extended mix, then I would do my radio mix for Spotify, and then if you want, you could do your 1 minute, 30-second, whatever for other platforms. It just who's your audience, who you're trying to send this music to. So if you keep that in mind, then you will always make the right decision. But if you just do a 2-minute song because you think, yeah, whatever people think might not resonate in the right place, so you just have to keep that in mind. But my opinion is I think we should still preserve a certain length. I remember being in some fights with some suppliers, distributors, and they were like, wow, why are you not featuring this 1 minute 30 song? I'm like, it's 1 minute and 30. I mean, if it's really important to you, we'll feature it, but we don't guarantee that people will buy it because our core audience don't particularly buy music that's this short. So for Beatport at least, or other platforms that are downloads, I would stick to 4 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Now's the chance. Don't be shy. No? Okay. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I have a chat in, I don't know when, because we're running late, but I will be around for it's like an hour talk. Do a little presentation on Beatport, a little more information, insider stuff, and then talk about genres, talk about all this kind of stuff, and then just tools and strategy, vision, yeah, if you're interested. Cool. Thank you.